Welcome to Your Soul Wisdom, hosted by Yana Amor Manocas. In each episode, we invite you on a transformative journey delving into the profound mysteries and wisdom of the soul. Join us as we explore a wide array of spiritual topics and sacred practices that nurture and heal the soul. From reincarnation and soul contracts to the enigmatic experiences of womb alchemy and astral travel. Our discussions are designed to enlighten, inspire, and deepen your understanding of your own soul's journey. With Your Soul Wisdom, nothing is off limits. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Your Soul Wisdom. We're joined today by all these beautiful, lovely ladies. Ladies, it's been a minute since we've been in this space. It feels like forever. Yeah. November is like the busiest month ever. And so as we're creeping up to the end of the year, in our collective membership, Kylie is going to be running a 30-day, I guess, December 1st till the end of December, right?
It started today. Yep. So it's officially in the collective. I know where we look down behind that other part of the hemisphere, but that's okay.
You're behind us,
Kelly, the first is in America. The second, I understand. We're starting today. So it is a buy bullshit. Okay. Bye-bye your bullshit in December so that we can start January all fresh and happy with our abundance and all that good stuff. Was that a good enough description?
Yes, but also you're helping people on the daily start clearing out and leaving their BS in 2025 so we can start 2026 fresh and clear and lighter and brighter and all the things.
That's
right. So if you want to join, we do have a 30-day free trial anyway. So click on that QR code or take a picture of that QR code right above my head over here and come join the collective. Come have fun. We do have a monthly call where we will also dig into this. And it's just lots of fun, lots of healing, lots of community. It's all the wonderful things. Okay, now that that's done, we need to talk about today something that I believe affects all of us. And I think even sometimes as we're planning stuff, there's 5 women here in this group. And we've had the most beautiful journey thus far, what has been a year and a half. But there's always that element of people pleasing, right? And then it's about understanding where does that end, or what is a healthy level of people pleasing or compromising before it becomes too much, where you're sacrificing yourself for others. And as we're leaving our BS in 2025, I think this is a huge thing that affects everybody. And so who's the biggest people pleaser in our group?
Me. And I would never, ever, ever have thought it. I'm not joking.
What?
I've only been introduced to the concept of people pleasing in my consciousness. I don't know how, Lauren, do you reckon 6 months would be the max, wouldn't it? And from me understanding people pleaser, I am now, I could go to People Pleasing Anonymous every single day.
I don't see it.
Mate, let me tell you. So people get distracted by my bold personality, but the reality is that for 53 and a half years, I changed myself in every moment, in every way, to try and maintain harmony, to maintain balance, to protect people from awkwardness. I mean, like the list goes on and on of me just continually shape-shifting. I know that we're rushing to the end of the story and abandoning myself and how I was feeling. So it was at my cost for everybody else's benefit sort of thing. And the irony is that I don't even know if there's benefit. This is the thing, is that all this people pleasing could actually be the opposite of it. And you're tying people, you're enabling people, you're building these connections that are basically false. It's endless. But
because you're doing all this stuff.
It's easy
and
to
nobody
give up
sticks
drugs.
around
I
for the
definitely
outcome.
Tell you that.
Yeah. But I was saying,
and I am
do all this
addicted to
stuff.
being liked, which is weird because I really don't think I know consciously I don't think I play that game at all.
You don't present that way. I would not have put you at the top of the list of the people pleaser in this group.
I wouldn't have either. And yet,
no, but the way in how Rachel explains it is a perfect explanation. So there are many different ways. There's many different shapes and forms of people pleasing, you know, and sacrificing yourself. And you've just described one of them, you know what I mean? One of the most sort of like prolific ones in the sense of, you know, literally sacrificing yourself and changing yourself in order to be what you think other people in a sense want you to be, or to keep the peace, or to keep things nice. Yeah, exactly. You know, there's also that thing. So there's all different components to it.
You know, the worst thing is that I am a capable person. This is the thing, is the more capable you are, the easier it is to get into this kind of thing, because I don't mean it in a show-offy way. I have got many, many flaws and they're deep, but one of them is not slowness. Do you know what I mean? Like I can just do things faster than anyone else. So I just do it because then it's done.
Okay, 10-1.
Right.
I know, but you know, in the meantime, you just get, anyway,
I know,
exhausted, as you're saying in our reel.
You see, I was always afraid that people wouldn't like me. No, sorry. Always afraid. It's like I was just joining in with yours. I was just, you know, for me, I think I was kind of like I always wanted people to like me. So I was always thinking about what I'm saying. And even after I've had the conversation, it's almost as if I repeat it back in my mind. And sometimes I'm literally, you can actually, if you were with me afterwards, a fly on the wall, you'd see me kind of doing the whole conversation again. I'll be speaking for that person. I'll be speaking what I said. I'll be going like,
100% relatable.
do you know the
You know, in Kylie's head,
I don't do that, to be fair. I'm in the moment, people pleasing.
Wait. Kylie's like, I should have just called her a bitch from like the start and been done with it. I should have just said no right away.
I should have been more aggressive than I already was. But listen, in no bullshit terms, though, I wasn't always like this, because when you're coming from a childhood trauma, right, where you had to manage everyone in the household to maintain a safety level, that is where I think some people-pleasing tendencies come from. We have to manage
100%
the anger level, so we have to morph into this perfect child. There is all of these different elements that when you're in a non-safety environment and that's being encroached, you want to adapt to whatever that environment is, right? And I think that once you've reached that level of, you know what, I'm in a safe environment, I am safe to be who I am, I think then you can embrace your inner Kylie and block. And no, I'm not doing it today. Might do it tomorrow, but today, no. Right?
Okay, can I ask you a question?
That's not my problem.
But Kylie, was there, because you remind me a lot of my aunt, she's also like that. But I've only known her like that. And my mom always says to me, Yana, she was not like she was so much softer and gentler and people pleaser and, you know, all the things. And so was there like an event where one day you were like, you know what, I'm done with this shit. I'm prioritizing myself and I'm never falling back into that people pleasing mode? Or was it like over time, it just you prioritize yourself more?
Yeah, it's definitely fake it till you make it. That is my second number one philosophy in life. Don't ask me what the first one is, but I'm not putting it at number one. Is, you know, you get to a point in life where you're like, why am I wasting my time on someone who's not reciprocating, who is not sparking joy, who I dread hang, you know, ladies, that one friend that you're like, fuck, I gotta go and have coffee with this person. And I'm like, my guide is, if I'm willing to give up my soft couch, my cup of coffee that I've made the way that I want it with my dogs, and if I dread leaving that spot, then I'm not wasting my time. And I think you got to get to that point where it's like, okay, am I really liking this environment? Am I liking this dynamic? Am I liking where I'm putting myself? Then you get to learn your lesson. right? And I also have my husband hold me accountable because I am notorious for signing up, volunteering for school shit all the time, because in the moment I'm like, oh, let's go. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. Why am I doing it? Because I want to please my child, because I'm participating. And then he's like, but you're burning out, you're cranky, you're doing, like, why are you doing this? And I'm like, that's right, bitch, backs, I'm back now. Like, I don't need to sign up for this because I prefer to spend time. I'm just saying that's some tangible practices that I've adapted.
Right. So, I get that. But on top of that, there's that thing whereby, in the way in how you were saying about signing up for that, you can let people get in your head. Like, I've been going through that quite recently. I've been letting different people get in my head. So I end up doing things that I didn't really want to do, or getting things I didn't really want to get, because I've let people get in my head, and then sort of questioned myself. That's what happens.
I would never have thought that was possible, Amanda.
I know, it's like confession day.
Yeah.
But it happens because I want to be nice. I want to be nice. I'm like that one in the Housewives of New York, the one who was it
Dorinda. I made it nice.
I made it nice. You know what I mean?
Amazing, iconic.
It's literally, but it's like, I want to be nice. But I think at my age, I think I do know how to say no most of the time. But then sometimes when I don't think there needs to be such a fight about it, or I don't know how to say it nicely, and it's going to come off as a bitch talk. I don't want to do that. I don't want to say, listen, let me tell you something. Yeah, I've already thought about this, and I thought about it, and I'm thinking, no. So it doesn't work for me. I'm not doing it, because then people are not going to think I'm nice, and I'm nice.
So I think to Kylie's point, there is an element of this that is a maladaptive behavior from, an environment that isn't safe when you're a child. And that can come through in many different ways. At that point, it's about survival, and that actually is serving you. It really comes back to, primitive times when, if we're ousted from the group, we're going to be eaten by the tiger or whatever it is, or we're going to freeze to death in the cold. So it is really, really deeply wired. And so I think it's important not to make the behavior bad, because often people really need it to survive. And then, well done, you survived. At some point, though, in life, it becomes obvious that it is really doing the opposite. It is draining you. It doesn't bring you joy. You feel exhausted. Your life is not your own. So at that point, it's like, what do we do to start shifting it? Well, becoming aware of it. Consciousness is a huge part of it. But one thing that I've recently started thinking about is, if I do this, say if I'm feeling, maybe like I don't want to do, if I do it, what is it actually costing me? Like, what is it stopping me from doing? What energy is it taking away from me that I can't put into something else? And I think as you get older, that becomes so much more important. You've got families, you've got work, you've got a podcast to record, all of those things. So, it's like, how can we stop doing it? And, that's one way. But also, it's not necessarily going to be comfortable to stop doing it. It's very uncomfortable. And you've just got to make peace with the fact that you're going to be uncomfortable a little bit. But like Rachel said before, if you don't make those decisions for yourself, you are sacrificing your comfort for someone else's, and you're abandoning yourself. So let's stop doing that.
And so you're really digging in there, because our friends, yes, it's easier to people please people that are further from you than your immediate family, right? Sometimes you could be the harshest to the people that are closest to you.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Yes, but also when you have people you love, right? When you're in a relationship, when you have children, like all those things, there is this tendency of like, I'll use me, for example. I can sit there and I can people please to get everything done. But sometimes I know the thing that I need to say could really ruffle feathers, trigger events, or someone could be like, I'm out of here. Like, or I could be like, if I put my foot down and I don't get what I need, because this is really important to me, I will walk away. And to even say those words sometimes for something that you've wanted for so long, for something that's beautiful, that's so beneficial, but you're not ultimately getting not your way, but getting the thing that you actually need. When you're in a space where you're like, oh, if I actually put my foot down, I could lose this thing. That's a scary place to be, because then you're like, how do I find that balance where there's a win-win? And oftentimes I don't know that there is a win-win. And so I have recently found myself in a situation with someone very close to me where I'm like, I kind of fear that if I'm completely honest, they may be like that relationship could sever. It's a possibility. And it's like, it could be heartbreaking, but at the same time, it's like, well, what are you choosing? What are you choosing? And when do you choose yourself? And so it is such a tough place to be when the stakes are really high. Yeah. So confession time. Next. Who's next?
Do you know what? Do you know what?
They brought up lots of things. I'll go after you, Amanda.
Okay. Well, do you know what? I was just thinking about the time when so I hear what you're saying, Yana. But I think sometimes, because you have related to us different stories over time, whereby I think to myself, hell no, not a damn chance. You're getting my time. You're not telling me that piece of crazy. It's not going to happen. You know, you have people that are, that will come and ask you to go and do things.
Are you talking about my neighbor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, you have
Number
people
one.
that come up to you, at the market, who just chat nonsense and want to do. And I think to myself, as I was thinking about that, I was thinking to myself, I would be the one that would hide. I guess I'd be the one that's not going to say nothing. I remember the time whereby I hid behind a stick tree just so that I didn't have to say hello to somebody. And there's no way I can hide behind this tree.
That makes my day. Amanda hiding behind
A stick tree.
To not say hello.
Just to not say hello, because I didn't want to speak to the person. I didn't like them. Do you know what I mean? And so I don't like to do fake hellos and hi, how are you? Like that. No, I just rather not say anything at all.
Oh, take it from me. I've got the answer to all these problems. The way that you handle that is you walk past them and you go like this.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah, you can't.
I promise you, absolutely. Rather than hiding behind a tree, I won't let someone interrupt my day like that. I won't let someone stop me. I will just keep walking, that kind of thing, and keep walking.
No,
you don't need
I
to.
couldn't, because then it'll go through my mind what they're thinking about me, when really they're the
We've got some work to do, ladies.
They're the bad person.
I'm like, come and see me after the show, Amanda. We're going to sort this out.
But you know what? I think, though, at 57 years old, there's not a lot that I think I have to battle with, or that I have to fight with, or fight over. And to go back on what you said, Yana, that sometimes having the people that are closest to you are sometimes the people that you could be the toughest with. I had no difficulty telling my mum no. And she used to ask me some things, and I had no difficulty saying to her, no, mum, it's not going to happen. I remember the first time I was traveling long haul, and I was going to St. Lucia, and my mum was like, oh, you know, that's just around the corner from Guyana. You could take some things and stop off in Guyana and see your family. It's nowhere near Guyana. And she genuinely thought, I said to her, no, mum, I'm not going to Guyana. This is me having a conversation. No, mum, I'm not going to Guyana. But it's around the corner. I don't think it's around the corner. And why don't I take another flight to Guyana? And so she's like, but you know, you could carry some things. I need you to carry some things. I need you to do some stuff. I just said to her, no, it's not happening. Big fat no. End of. But I was very straight like that with my mum. I was really quite firm.
But with my dad, but with a stranger though,
it's harder.
And why is that? Why is
not for me?
Because I know my mum loves me, and she's always going to love me no matter what. I don't know about a stranger. I want to be nice.
Ladies, maybe part of my personality is accurate, because I don't have any of this saying no problem. I can say no to anything, and I've always been able to say no to things, to everybody. That's not the problem. It's when I'm actually in relationships with people, and it's a balance, I feel, between being aware of where you're at and what your, so to speak, needs are. And to be honest, I don't even think about those terms. So that's how far behind the game I am. and the compromise. But at the same time, there's always still this thread of who you want to be, not even liked or anything like that. Like, I do want to be a generous, kind, compassionate, grounded, available person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to not be those things, to have firm boundaries. So that's what the balance kind of is for me continually. But I don't have this macro boundary problem. I have a micro boundary problem. It makes me realize maybe that's why I can't watch the news, because I can't balance that. I can't harmonize that. It's beyond me. It just
Too
peaks me out
distressing.
too much. Yeah, so I just don't watch it at all. And I think that maybe some of my hermitness, avoidantness, introversion, whatever you want to call it, is about that, because when I'm on the game, when I'm on the field, I'm playing the game, and there's nothing I can do to stop playing the game. So I'd prefer to watch from the stands for some things.
But the word balance has been mentioned a number of times, right? And I think that's really important, because it's not all about me, and everything that I want. But it's about that dance that enables everyone to be who they are in some kind of, not necessarily harmony either. I mean, harmony maybe isn't always possible. So it's just important to, there are times where you need to compromise. Everyone needs to be heard. So it really is very nuanced, right? Rather than a hard or a fast, yes or no. Sorry, Kylie, I think I cut you off.
No, that's exactly what I was going to say. I'm like, why are we looking at this so black and white? And I'm the queen of black and white. But in this aspect, there is room for compromise, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
just
the whole
about
lot is.
hearing the other person out, or seeing what they're seeking from you or whatnot, and then be like, okay, well, I have a desire to do something, but I'm not willing to do all of it. Is there an element that I can do that's not sacrificing myself? Look at me maturing.
Also, I think that when it comes to women are really conditioned from a young age to be good girls, right? So
So
And helpful.
there is some kind of statistics where statistic where there is about a 49% of people identify themselves as people pleasers, right? But then the research will show that most of those are women. And then they will also attribute the connection to people pleasing and negative mental and physical health conditions like burnout, chronic disease, insomnia, anxiety, all these crazy things. And you sit there and you go, oh, I've experienced some of those sometimes. Like, I see how that plays out, but you don't connect the dot that it's my people.
No, you're not even aware of it.
100%.
Well, you don't, because I don't consider myself, like, in all honesty, I don't consider myself to be a people pleaser. I do have moments, I have pockets throughout my life, Kylie's face, throughout my life.
Okay, just want to make sure we're talking about the same thing.
This tree thing, you really never should have told us that.
Because that's now permanent story. Okay, go on.
Just do this next time, Amanda.
But I just, you know what I mean? But no, but do you know what? I would have walked past quietly if my husband if he knew, and as a joke, he called out to the person. So that's why I hid behind the tree, because like I didn't want to say anything, and he knew it. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So, but I think that I have pockets throughout my life. For me, for instance, whereby there are times whereby I kind of end up maybe just doing things that I don't necessarily want to do, but I feel, oh, okay, do you know what I mean? I'll do it, because I can't really think of anything else that's going to go in this place that would stop me from doing it. I just don't want to do it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Is there a benefit to you in doing it? Like, this is what I'm interested in, is that when we're being compromised, is there something in it for us that is also tying us in, if you know what I mean?
Aside from safety and being liked.
I'm like, let's say one of us was at a stand on one of those spirit festival things. I mean, there's no freaking way I'd want to go to a trade show, that kind of thing. But I would go to support Yana, that kind of thing, and be her little slavey kind of thing. And then maybe if, in a different world, I wanted to be a practitioner, then I'd think, oh, well, maybe I'll meet some people there too myself, that kind of thing. Is there always something like a hand in a hand? So when you're thinking about that specific situation, was there some benefit for you as well if you did do it? That was
when I agreed to it? No, but I just didn't want to be seen as mean or not nice or not considerate when I just thought, fuck this for a laugh, get on the do it another way, just don't involve me, or just don't involve my time, or something like that. I'm very precious with my time, and so for me, I think that because I like my time, and I'm one of those kind of people, I like spending time on my own. I'm very good. I don't get bored. I enjoy my own time. So I think when something encroaches on my time without my permission, I think that really gets my back up. And I think something else happened, and I think I was screaming in the house, was don't plan my diary, or don't plan my time for me. It was something like that. And I think that's probably come from my childhood, because my mum
and being a mother. No, people from the outside. It's from being a mother. And I do not know how you girls do it, but you must just disassociate completely from the concept that you have almost no control over almost all of your time, because that's how it seems from the outside. And not only that, there's this structure that you operate in within your children, but then there's these freaking, I don't know, grenades that get chucked in with, somebody's broken their toe, or somebody's sick, or somebody's had a fight, or it's raining.
The wind blows.
And then this is the thing. And then that's not people pleasing. That's excellent mothering. But do you know what I mean? Like, that's, I think, where it comes from. And so when you actually have 5 minutes to yourself, I would really imagine that you get very protective about it.
Yeah. And I think it was because of my previous job, because my previous job was sort of like quite relentless. When I used to get my own time. So I'm very funny about my time. And I do think that I'm over generous with a lot of my time.
You definitely are.
Amen.
I do. So when I take my time for myself, and that was very hard to do, I had to suffer burnout in order to do that, in order to get to a point whereby I said, I can't keep doing it like this. And so to take that time back for myself and not feel mean. And even in the beginning, that was very, very hard, because when people wanted sessions and things like that, and I'm thinking, well, I'm going to be out for a week and you're not going to get to see me, and I'm fully booked the following week, and I'm thinking, well, can I squeeze somebody in that week? Can I do it? Because I feel really bad. Do you know what I mean? And I do. It's just a way of doing it. Am I honoring myself? No. Am I abandoning myself in that moment? Possibly.
Well, it brings up lots of human development stuff. And Lauren, all of us except for Kylie are emotional generators. Is that right?
Yeah, except I'm a manager, but yeah. They're all emotional.
Kylie, who's different. The two things that our teacher taught us, which was so fantastic, are the two answers to any question for us. That sounds great. When's the latest I can commit to it? Or, oh, that's not really ringing any bells for me. Can I have a couple of days to see if I warm up?
Great. Excellent. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's what I've said.
Also,
that's what I've said to clients.
What we can do is just slow it down a bit. And then we can actually get our heads sort of whether that is something that's aligned with our values that we want to be involved with, or whether it's just because, we are in people-pleasing mode. Anyway.
Yeah. So it's really important, because I also have, what they call the yes gate on my sacral. So I have a tendency to say yes, and I have a tendency to say yes really fast, because I'm a manager. And so now I've taken to, I need to sleep on it, or I need a little bit of time. I'm not sure about that. Can I get back to you? But it is really uncomfortable when you've had a whole life of saying, yes, I can do that. Yes, I can do that. Yes, I can do that, because I can do it. I'm capable. I'm fast. But then when you add all of those things in to the day, it doesn't leave any room for me. So it's really, you've got to be conscious of it in the moment, and that is not easy to do.
I have a question for you ladies. How do you approach clients?
Oh, well, that's easy for me. That's over to you.
I
do not.
You, in a previous life, Rachel, would you be like, yes, because
no,
there's money, or a service?
No,
involved?
well, Weirdly, what I realized in my business experience, and now it's well explained again in human design, is I am totally unsuited to cold calling. Kylie, as a manifestor, you are the only one who is suited to cold calling.
And
So
how
100% of the time when it came to me approaching suppliers, hi, I've got a food distribution business, blah, 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 blah. If I got them on board, it wouldn't work out. So I just came to accept in my own, before I understood human design, I just thought, when these people are ready for wholesale, and if they do any research at all into South Australia, will be coming up as their number one choice. And that's generally what happened. And that's how it went. And then it was successful when people came to me. So I don't actually know in human design how Amber could. In fact, she talked to us about it, but I probably just didn't listen because I wasn't thinking like this at the time. But there are ways we have to respond still, don't we?
We
Lauren?
need to
We're
respond, but our big
Yeah.
juicy auras need to be out in the world. So you put yourself out
Yeah,
there
so
and
people
then
get
allow people to
attracted
do
to
it.
us. Yeah, but
that's
we
great.
can't go and initiate. You're the only one, Kylie.
Yeah, hell no.
But clients.
So what was your
Clients can be
question, Kylie,
tricky,
again? Ask the question again, like, what do we do with our clients? In what way?
Like how what is our boundary setting with our clients or people pleasing with clients when there's a service or money involved? Like at some point do we go, this doesn't feel right, no go?
Oh.
Do we suck it up and do it because there is an exchange going on? Like I'm curious,
No,
does
you
that
can't.
make sense?
Oh, no, that's very different because that speaks to, if I may say
I'm
it.
sorry, I misunderstood the question,
myself.
Kylie.
Yeah.
No, but
so that for
you're on the
me
right track though.
speaks
I've got more to say about it
one-
from my business point of view, but yeah.
Right. I think that speaks to, spiritual intelligence and spiritual integrity. Because doing something that, doing something that you're not equipped to do or qualified to do, that's not really coming from, obviously it's not coming from me, it's not coming from a good place, because you're going to mess up not only your client, you're going to mess up yourself as well. And you're not going to walk away from that feeling very good. And there's definitely not going to walk away from that feeling very good. So that's and so I wouldn't do something like that. I don't think any of us would do something like that. And I don't think you can be pushed in this kind of work to do something like that, because that's just wild. That opens up a whole can of bogeys, a whole can of worms, a whole kind of madness. That opens up a box of frogs that you won't necessarily be able to close. Do you know what I mean? So no. And for me, I guess that's what clarity calls about, discovery calls about, is to see whether or not, this can work, and whether or not I can be of any help. Or because in this world, I think we should be very good at referring people, because we all know people or have people that are good at what they do. And this is the thing I always talk about. When you hone your own craft, you're good at what you do. Do you know what I mean? There are other people out there that are doing the same. They're good at what they do. So it's not what you do, then you need to be passing them on, referring them to the people that can do. People will specialize in that. It's like, I know a lot about, say, dark stuff. I know a lot about it. I used to work in that field many, many years ago, like dark magic clearing, all those kind of energies and things like that. Do I want to specialize in that and do it? No, I don't, because it takes a heck of a lot from you. And you've got to be meticulous about your spiritual hygiene. And I'm not always meticulous about that. So for that reason, I'm sending you to a specialist to go get that shit done before you come back to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
an
not my
excellent
job.
referrer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I refer people left, right, and center. Nope, you need this person. You need that person. Come back and see me when you're ready.
And
Same.
certainly when brands came to me that weren't appropriate, then I'd be telling them the distribution channels that they should go through. That they're, do you know what I mean? Like, and I would be doing it out of love, as in I wouldn't be being tricky.
It's mutually beneficial.
That you're not for us, but you're going to be perfect for these guys, so go for it. That kind of stuff.
Yeah. And it works out much better in the long run,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Than you taking on something that you can't. Does that answer
Even
that
if it is something that you do, but you and the client don't vibe. I mean, I remember once there was someone who came to me for a soul contract reading, and I remember the experience. It's the only one I've had where I've just gone, I never want to have a session like that again, because it just wasn't the right energetic match. And then I just sort of said, okay, universe, I do not want any of those. I only want people that I'm truly, truly meant to work with. And so I've been blessed from that point on.
It's good.
Okay,
request.
I want to play a little game. Okay. I have the top 20 people pleasing things that people do. And I want you to each count or take a tally at the end of how many of those you actually do. Because I think a lot of these things on this list, I would bet that most people don't even realize it's people pleasing activity. And it is. Okay. So just count in your head. And then
This is fun.
Okay.
I'm going to keep a tally.
Do I get something at the end? Do I win something?
Yes.
For getting the lowest points?
If your number is high.
We'll get you a trophy that looks like a tree.
It's bloody tree.
100%. Okay. All right, you guys ready? Okay. Let's go.
Oh, it's getting serious. The paper's coming out.
Use your fingers.
This is not going to be that many for me.
20. I have 10 fingers.
I saw Lauren was getting ready with pen and paper, so I thought, listen.
A little pressure now. This is like a test.
Okay.
Do this.
Top 20 things that people, or top 20 people pleasing things. Okay. And let me know how many you have. Number 1, people find it hard to say no. You agree to something you don't want to do. You accept projects with unrealistic deadlines. I laugh at that one. You take on more than you can handle because you don't want to disappoint somebody. I'm running out of fingers.
I don't have any. I've got 0 fingers so far.
Okay.
Just
Number
answer
5.
questions. Oh, you
Number
put
5.
fingers up for the ones that's yes. Okay.
Shift your own plans and schedules to accommodate others. Number 6.
Don't
Have trouble setting boundaries between your work and your personal time. You better write that one down, Amanda. You overgive so much time. Okay, next. Number 7. Take responsibility for making people feel better if they're upset.
Oh, no.
No.
8. Try to help people.
Because sometimes they need that process. And you are short. Yeah, you are interrupting their process if you do that. That's your fixer stuff. So you've got to go away and do your own work. Yeah.
I agree and guilty.
Then the next one, Rachel. Number 8. Try to help people even when they don't ask for it.
Thank you.
She's going to put up this finger if you're not careful.
I got up to 3 so far. I was coasting well until we got to this part.
Okay, number 9. Okay, number 9. They apologize for things that aren't even their fault.
No.
Oh, Lauren. Number 10. They have a hard time asking for help. Definitely raise my hand up to that one. 11.
Yeah.
Show people warmth even when it's not warranted.
Even when it's warranted.
No,
okay,
Can we have half marks? Like, is this sometimes? I don't know. Is this any time?
No, that's hiding behind the tree.
If you do it at all.
Yeah.
If you do it at all.
Yeah. Number 12. Flatter people even when we don't like them.
No.
You don't deserve it.
I've done.
I was about to say, men in business, man, that is an irresistible track to go down for expediency of positive outcome. So, yeah.
Like what? What would you say? Like what? Give an example.
I would say to a category manager, hi, hot stuff. That would be enough.
Doesn't that violate several HR laws?
Nah, I'm not joking.
Okay,
not in the food industry. It doesn't.
Okay. All right. Whew. This is why Rachel doesn't live in America. She'd have her pantsuit off of her. But that's okay.
Okay, number 13.
I wonder why she got clients. Okay, go on. Sorry.
I didn't get the clients, and I had salespeople, and they were great.
We're doing it hard enough. Okay.
No, so hold on a minute. Don't move on to number 13. Yana,
Okay.
give an example. Because this is a big if you give an example.
Oh, listen, I'm a firm, like, I can avoid people like the plague. And so I have made it a thing that, especially like at school, Olivia goes to a Greek private school, right? So it's Greeks I've known, I either grew up with, and, you know, in your 20s, your 30s, you avoid them when you go out. And now I have to see them every day at drop off and at pickup, and it gets awkward. And so I remember at one point, this was last year, I said to myself, I need to cut out the awkwardness just for me. I don't care about the other person because I'm sure it's awkward for them too. So I would just break the ice and I would make eye contact and I'd be like, hi, oh, you look great today. Or people that I know like don't care for me or vice versa, but I have to engage with them because we're in the same space.
Right.
I love your jacket. Nice shoes. Your hair looks beautiful. And it breaks the ice. And I could feel so much better about being in that space with them. So whether I believe it
in their hair though,
whether I believed it or not, it didn't matter. I found something to just throw out there because it also
Beware a
drops the
compliment
other
from you.
person's.
Hold on a minute.
No,
You
no,
end every single
stop
podcast with, oh, I love your hair today. Bitch, that was not written. Well,
Excuse
now
me,
whatever.
Excuse me. This was the example of people that I wouldn't necessarily be in the same space with. Okay, so don't put me in that
But
category.
now I'm thinking for very, very specific compliments now.
Listen,
Like
I want you to know.
eyebrows.
And Carly will be like, why do you like it?
Can you prove it? Look, I mean the compliments I give, especially when I love you. Okay. And let me move on to 13, Amanda.
Go, give us 13.
Okay.
Give us 13.
The 13th sign that you're a people pleaser is you want to appear perfect.
Who
Someone
does that?
mentioned that.
I do that.
Oh,
Yeah, but you
stop
want to
it.
present well.
It's my version of perfect, and weirdly enough, my
correct.
version of perfect isn't actually
standards of
completely
it.
perfect because
Right.
that's not perfect.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Nothing is
Like
perfect.
Daniel would understand. Our
This
friend,
gives
anyway.
me such
So,
a
yeah.
headache. Okay, go on to 15 or whatever.
14.
No, but it's
14.
I believe that's the expectations of the person because I totally relate to that. It's the way I want to be,
Correct.
but they're held to such high standards. I believe, really.
Mhm.
And I wouldn't describe it as I want to be perfect. It would be I want to be beyond I want to be beyond criticism.
Yeah, leave no room for judgment and criticism. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All situations.
I'm
and
not
things that
saying
we
this
can't
like it's
control, but
a healthy response. Just by the way, this is not me pitching this to
I
you.
am
No,
shocked
it's
that
confession
people
day.
are hanging on to this stuff. Like it gets heavy
Yeah.
to have all
Look-
these. Like, how many fingers are we now holding up over there?
I've
I'm
got
not
6.
telling.
I've got
I
4.
just stopped counting.
Exhausting.
Yeah, but
But
it's
that's
a
4 out of
process.
13. That's good. No,
Yeah,
listen, this is 4 out of 13. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seriously not got one of these, Kylie, yet?
I've got 2.
Okay. I want to know which one's at the end, by the way.
Okay.
Number 14.
Okay.
Number 14. You go out of your way to avoid conflict.
Or trees.
Okay,
Oh,
15.
boy.
15. You feel miserable when you've upset or disappointed someone. I'm so guilty of that.
Oh yeah.
Not
Same.
miserable, but I get down.
I
on
can't.
myself.
It's hard
But
to
I would
shake it
do
off.
because it doesn't happen very often. So that
Yeah.
would affect me. That would affect my energy.
Everyone's happy around Amanda.
I
They don't have the opportunity to get upset.
I could not see her doing that very often.
Okay.
No,
the,
so good.
the 16th sign that you're a people pleaser is you disregard your own feelings because you don't want to jeopardize your relationship. It's like I looked at this list beforehand, right?
Mm.
This is very much like people pleasers. Really, I've struggled with this most of my life. This is probably the first year in my life where I've been so solid with who I am in my relationship And I've always been solid with who I am. But this is the first year in my life where I've been able to vocalize and verbalize, this is what I need. It's black and white. And like I do it and I say it without the fear of, is my partner going to not like it? Is my partner going to be upset? Is my partner going to leave me? I've thrown that out the window and I recognize that and it feels really good. So it allows me to continue that. But, you know, sometimes I can see how that could be very fearful for people because the rest of my 31 years of life, I wasn't able to do that. Hell no.
Did you just say 31?
Did I?
She just made herself a decade.
Oh,
younger.
wow. You guys. Or listen,
She believed herself, I believe.
I am a proud 42-year-old woman. I think life gets better as the years go by. And so I have no shame in I'm like excited for like 50 and 60 and all those. Like I truly am. So, okay.
Yeah.
Number 17.
17.
You hold your opinion back to maintain harmony. That's a hard one. So I do not do that one.
No,
18.
I do that one.
18. You seek frequent reassurance. No. Okay. 19. You have a hard time directing people to do things. No. Listen, you're the champ at that, Rachel. Like I just see you and your staff or like you. Yeah. I just think you could just get it done.
Mrs. Hot Stuff
anyway,
over there.
It wasn't so much hot stuff. Honestly, if somebody asked me what my management style was, and I do honestly think that this is the best, it would be benevolent dictator. And it worked really well.
I love that. I love that.
You did hear the first word, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah, but still.
It has been proven over and over again that is. Anyway, it was exactly like that.
Okay.
With,
I love it.
With a touch of, you know, democracy for play kind of thing on some level in there. So.
Yes,
anyway.
but with
That's
you,
a lot to unpack there.
when you say benevolent dictator, if I didn't know you, I would think that you would be scary to me if I didn't personally know you.
You don't? Did you hear the first word, benevolent?
No.
Okay, that's a big part of it. So yeah, I did tell people what to do, but I would be very considered about it, and it was always with their highest good considered and the business's highest good, and it was explained in that way. I don't, you know, I used to call my staff slavies as a joke, but also kind of not.
Did you have an HR department
on HR?
We did have a lot of. We did have external HR. I had almost no HR problems in 20 years.
No, that's the thing too, because really, I believe that the way that Rachel managed was very authentic and transparent, right? So, and you had long-term staff. So it was honestly, really
my biggest risk with employing someone is making sure I employed the right one, because those fuckers never left.
Yeah,
like I had the business for 20 years, and the average length of service was over 10. And remember that I didn't need any staff to. I didn't need any staff to start off with. Do you know what I mean? Like I would have got my first. I would have got one staff member at year 2. That kind of thing. So yeah, but yeah, it was definitely benevolent dictator. But anyway, I'm up to 8. Have we got 2 more questions?
We got one more. The last sign that you are an absolute people pleaser is my current life, which is you get overscheduled and overburdened often.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Kylie's got okay, hold on. Kylie, you probably have the lowest. What do you got?
I've got 2.5.
What's a
2.5? 3? I do overschedule myself. That last one did kick me in the.
It's 3. Okay, let's just not.
Yeah.
Okay. So the film was the first one.
What was the first one on the list? The first one. That's not you. It was finding it hard to say no.
No. What was the third one?
Accept projects with unrealistic deadlines.
Yeah, that's probably a little bit of me. And then there was another one at the beginning somewhere. I don't know what it was. Like it was so insignificant, I forgot about it.
Agree to do something you don't want to do. Take on more
that's
than
probably
you can
that.
handle.
It's probably a little bit of like, especially when it comes to the kids and their shit. Sure. I tend to like that's my Achilles heel. Everything else can get a middle finger and a big juicy F off. But you know, yeah.
Kids and the dogs, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking don't. Yeah, I know. Husband's on his own.
Amanda, how many did you get?
I got a 6 out of 20. A nice, good fail.
Well, that's not a fail. I think that's a win.
Fail.
Well,
I
I got
think
6
you
out of
failed
20
being
in
a people
general.
player.
That's a fail. Yeah. So I got a tick for number 2.
Okay.
I didn't count
What
which
was
one.
number 2?
No.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. But number 2 was agree to something we don't want to do.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I've got a tick for number 6.
Have trouble setting boundaries between work and personal time. That's a big tick for you.
Okay. Only because you said so. So I had to put tick.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
A little bit.
Placing there.
I think it was 2 times you and I had a session, but talked so long that we couldn't even start the session. Okay. So
Yeah,
I think yes. And yes. Okay.
But I like to think those are beneficial talks. Those are much needed.
Of course. Are you kidding me? I could have kept you on Zoom the whole time.
It's very much needed. Spirit was having a conversation.
Yes.
You know? So number 10, I got a tick.
Have a hard time asking for help.
Yeah.
I definitely have that
I think
one.
I think I've gotten better with it. I think I've gotten better. But back in the day, not a chance. I just did everything because I had to. I just got on with it. And if I had to ask you for help and you were going to be slower than what I need you to be, or in any way, shape, or form, you wasn't, or I've got to explain it 601 times, then I just haven't got the time or the patience. So I just get it done myself.
That's a bit of a wife syndrome, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Husband's
Very, very
slow.
much so.
Freaking slow as molasses. But anyway.
Yeah. Like my husband will help me. He'd want to help me wash up in the kitchen when I'm cooking, and I just say no because I just haven't got the space for you here. Because his washing up to him is a meditation, and I don't need you to do it. I need you to do it as a sprint, not a marathon.
Yeah, we don't have time to gazing out the kitchen window. You better fucking done.
And I don't have time for you running that water while it's on the meter. So you know what? Shut it down. Sit down and watch your football. I'm good.
That's amazing.
Right. So what was that? Number 10. Number 13.
Yes. You want to appear perfect.
Yeah, I didn't know that I had a perfectionism button until a friend told me that.
You didn't know that you had a 10-1 in your chart?
Yeah. That pesky
I would put it in for
10-1.
sevens too. I really would put it in for sevens.
Yeah.
In for sevens. Yeah. So I do. And I didn't realize that until a friend said it to me years ago. And it was affecting my work. It was affecting years ago when I was doing readings. I used to, that was part of my panic thing, that if it wasn't going to be perfect, if it wasn't going to be right, if it wasn't going to have all that information there, if it wasn't going to have everything, bells and whistles and everything like that, then I just didn't want to do it. I was that person that wouldn't start a race unless someone could guarantee me I was going to win it.
Oh, they're sixes.
So,
Right.
Really?
What's the point of me running and pulling muscles and shit if I ain't going to win? I ain't going to win something or come in looking ugly. No, you're
You know
right.
what? I have learnt a lot about you ladies today. Can I just say that? I didn't think it was possible.
Yeah.
No, but I didn't realize
with you two with
that
hot stuff. And no, I'm just kidding. But that's really interesting.
Yeah, no, I think I am a perfectionist, and that speaks up when I do. Say, like if I do the reels, you know, I had to really be hard on myself this time doing it because the first time I did one myself, I had like 30 different takes. 30 different times. I swear to God.
I get it.
You know what?
Put it up. I don't give a shit.
You know what? A glass of wine really helps. Just so you know.
You
We
and
did no
Rachel.
take. 1.5 glasses of
Rachel's
rosé, we're good to go.
That was pretty special, though.
No, so because it has to be, and not because it has to be perfect, but you know, I think to myself, oh, I left out that thing, or I looked as if I was thinking, or forgot the wrong. I didn't get the date in, or oh God, do you know what I mean? It's that kind of.
But also, it is okay to care. Like it is okay to care too.
Yeah.
It's like it's just whether it's you know, disrupting your life or
Right.
taking
Yeah.
your energy, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, there are lots of people who do things until they get it right, because there's a certain, you know, maybe that really does need to be right or whatever it is.
Yeah,
So
or tightened up.
not
They
all of these
enjoy it.
behaviors,
So-
some of these behaviors actually have a place. So it's not that they're bad, it's just whether it's taking away from your energy in your life, right?
Yeah, and it's okay. You know, I had a whole day to do it. I didn't. But I'm just saying, you know, so I got what was that? Number 13? I got number 14.
You go
Is
out
that
of your
number
way to avoid the tree. You go out of your way to
tree,
avoid
right.
the
So
conflict.
that's the tree. Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
4
I've
point
never
right
liked conflict. I've never liked
Mm.
Yeah.
conflict. I just haven't. And even as a child, my mum always said to me that I never liked to be shouted at or told off. So I was a good girl. I would, you know, you wasn't going to be telling me or shouting at me to get to bed or stuff like that. And my brothers and sisters, they were naughty. But I wasn't naughty. I was a good girl. I was very,
Good
very
girl.
good girl. I went to
So
bed
efficient.
when I was supposed to go to bed. I was reading my book when I was supposed to be reading my book. I think so. I think now, yeah, I didn't like being shouted at. I didn't like people being angry with me. Do you know? So yeah. 15.
I don't like a rupture, but I definitely like a repair.
Yeah.
So for me,
Oh,
the
I like
conflict, the
that.
repair, no, the repair from conflict is always worth it. If even with
Mm-mm.
relationships, you don't even think it's worth it. Yeah, it's not like I run towards conflict, but I do know
Well, it's the basis of healthy attachment, right?
yeah,
Is
if
rupture
there's
and
two
repair.
people can actually go through the process of it, it really is a beautiful experience. But you know what I mean? It's a valuable experience for
Yeah,
everybody.
no, I understand what you're saying. But look, even if I fell out with my kids for things that, even when they were younger, things like that, I was always, I never liked punishment. And even though punishment has its place, but I didn't, because I just felt like, you know, like, I remember the time when my son got in trouble with me because he used to play PlayStation, get really mad and throw things and things like that. And after the 100th time, I just said to him, you throw that one more time, I swear it, and Skip's going to go down. And he got mad, he lost the game, and he must have thrown it. And I said to him, right, so you've thrown it? I said, so you know you're going to get punished for that now, isn't it? And so he said, yes. And I said to him, what do you think that punishment should be? And he went, no PlayStation for 6 weeks. I was like, what the fuck? What's that?
People always, if you give people the chance, they will always say worse things. Like even when I would be performance managing staff, if you give them the chance, they will say much worse things than you would ever dare say about their performance, and commit to much greater improvement that you would ever feel comfortable pressuring them with. But you have to have the restraint to not tell them how it's going and actually wait for them to tell you what's going on. Yeah.
Wow.
No, so I just couldn't. I chopped it down to 3 weeks. And then I chopped it down to like, I don't know, it must have been like 3 days. Because I just thought to myself, what the hell are you going to do for the next 6 weeks? That's just mad.
That's right.
Like,
That's
am I going to have to entertain you now?
Get that.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, but I didn't like punishment. And because I felt that it kind of took away time from me with them. And when you're working and you're on your own, there's very little time that you can actually get to interact with your kids when you're mad at them all the time, or they're in punishment, or, you know, they can't have this, they can't have that. And I just thought, oh, screw that. I'd rather talk. So I'd rather say, right, this shit has happened, whatever. What led to that? What made you think that could be okay, or whatever? I'd have that discussion. And then I'd put it to bed. I don't like being mad for days. I don't, because I came from an environment whereby, you know, my ex-partner, he could be mad for years. I just don't like that. I just don't.
Yeah.
So number 15, I got 15. That was my last one. Was that 15?
No, the last 15 is you feel miserable when you've upset or disappointed someone.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay, how many was that, Amanda? You said 6?
6.
And Kylie, you had 3.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel,
you
had 8. And Lauren?
Yana, what did you have?
I had 10.
Wow.
Yeah, I had 10, but also I want to throw in Stephanie behind the scenes over here had 16. Lauren, does Stephanie help you feel better?
I get the tree award. I have 16.
Yeah. Okay.
You and Stephanie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And some love and gratitude.
But conscious of it and
Wow.
working on it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's,
That
you
is
know,
very important
It's
to
good to
acknowledge.
know. It's
Right,
very
okay.
good to know.
So that's what
and
I was just gonna
acknowledge.
say.
Yeah.
Now,
So
going,
I would
okay,
say they're not things I do unconsciously. They're things I pick myself up on when I do them because they've been habitual for 4 decades.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it would only be the last few years that I'm kind of, you know, working on that for myself out of realizing it was actually a thing. So
Right.
yeah. So I wouldn't say
Yeah.
I'm going around
Look.
doing that all the time, but I
No.
absolutely am working
Yeah.
on doing not that.
Yeah.
So looking
Look,
at
do-
that
there's no
list,
shame and there's no judgment. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's no
No.
shame and there's no judgment. I just think it's just really important to know where we're leaking energy, you know,
Right.
and to just be in a beautiful space whereby, you know, I can admit to being a tree for 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? But it's really good to be able to look at those parts of yourself whereby you can
Yep.
claim that back, you know, and ways of
That's
how
right.
you can do that. So yeah.
And the other
Sorry,
thing is,
Yana, what was-
but also just to finish that point, I know where it comes from, and I know it was necessary. So
At the
you
time.
can't shame yourself for that because
Yeah.
it got you to a certain point where you could make a different choice when you had the consciousness too.
yeah, bringing that
and, you know-
awareness, bringing that awareness to these things is
Yeah.
the thing that helps you start shifting
Mhm.
and reducing the amount of times you do these things that really take away from you,
Correct.
you know? And so this is, if you're looking at this list, even if you got 20, 18, 19, it doesn't matter. The beauty is now you're aware and you're like, okay, I've got some work to do. If you want to, some people are excellent people pleasers and that's where they want to stay. They're not Kylie's friends, but that is where they're at and they want to
I ain't got time for that.
and that's okay.
Interesting is that other than Kylie being the anomaly, it's like the older you get, the lower the score seems to be. Do you know what I mean? And I just
Yeah,
wonder if
I would
that
agree
whole
with that.
period of, you know, and I do want to ask you one question after this, Amanda, but I wonder if it's that Amanda and I have just had a bit more time to decondition ourselves
Could be
from
perimenopause or menopause too.
Yeah, I was
Well,
about to say it might be hormonal.
that kind of stuff. And, you know,
About
Stephanie's
Absolutely.
not in that zone, so she's still in the full people
Just
pleasing
wait,
zone.
Stephanie.
Amanda, this is my question to you. Both of us
Yes.
have done a lot of work on ourselves.
Yeah.
But overall, do you think the most significant thing to help and benefit you and your progress in your life has actually just been getting older?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I know it's a
Because I
weird thing.
think
Whenever I
that-
ask anyone over 50, that's what they say. Yes.
Yeah, it is.
All these sessions
because-
I've done, and really it's just day by day living that'll
But
get you
also, there would be a lot of 50-year-olds over 50-year-olds that are not like you two. Like, let's be
Not-
honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
Absolutely. No,
Come on.
absolutely. But I think
Like,
it's
you know-
about getting clear, and because we've been doing, in a sense, doing the work, and like in a way, I'm not afraid to look at those things. I'm not afraid to have a good giggle as well about those things. You know, I'm not going to use it to tie myself up over it and stuff like that. I know that there's certain things that are happening that maybe that I want to change them or I should change them or whatever. But I think experience and I think age allows me to be able to say no to a lot more things now than I ever did before. I was always the kind of person that rather than say no, I just stayed quiet. Do you know what I mean? I'd disappear. I'm that person. Like, I didn't know about Irish goodbyes until my son told me about Irish goodbyes. Do you know
And you were
what I
like,
mean?
oh,
That's
What is an
amazing.
Irish goodbye?
I don't know what that
when you
means.
leave without saying
quietly
goodbye.
out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You just leave.
I do that
Nobody
anyway.
knows you're
Just
gone.
dip.
I do
You know,
think
yeah.
I do think age is a major factor, but I really do believe that it's just one of the factors. I do think it makes it
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's a
I'm
good
sure
point.
everyone listening knows a lot of people over the age of 50 who,
Haven't got a clue.
you know, are not that conscious, maybe aren't doing the most benevolent things. And could have changed the trajectory of the person they are through their life, but chose not to. So
Yeah.
I don't think you should just chalk it down to age. I think you should pat yourself on the back.
Yeah. But you know what? Absolutely,
Amanda.
I think so. Well done, you guys too. But I think, even things like, just to add in here, and this is quite a biggie, but I'll throw it in here at the end. I think that when I was going through my second labor, I don't know if I spoke about this before, when I was having my second child, when I went into labor, when that pain hit me, I suddenly remembered, Jesus Christ, how did I not remember this pain? And I was speaking to my son, and I knew I was having a boy, and I was speaking to him, and I said to him, please just make this easy on mummy. I said, I'm looking forward to meeting you, but this is something I really don't want to have to go through, this pain. I said, so just make it easy on me. He was born within, I think, from the time I went into labor, he was born within 4 hours. He literally came out like that, whoosh, and he literally came out smiling. And I think that for most of his life, he's been somebody that I think he can be a people pleaser. I think to the ones that he loves, he's almost as like, even when he's getting into trouble, he won't necessarily tell you that it's him, but he will think and look at you because he's trying to figure out what is it that you need to hear in order to make you feel good. Do you know what I mean? And so that is, in a way, him sacrificing himself and abandoning himself and his truth. And I do think it came from that moment, because I do believe that your babies, your children hear you, whether they're in the womb, out of the womb. And I think in that moment, he, I created that situation, and I can see how that has kind of followed him through in life. So, and that's a biggie.
But I still feel like saying though, Amanda, that it may be the way he is, and it may not cost him his energy. Like that may give him life. I don't know. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I don't necessarily want to frame that as something that, is not going to be a good thing, because who are we to say that, it doesn't fuel him in some healthy way? I don't know.
Because he'll be the one that you could ask him to do anything. You can get him out of his bedroom and ask him to go and do anything. The other kids, Christ almighty, you'd die from thirst. Not to do anything. Do you know what I mean? And he would do it, not even question it. But I do think that it has its negatives, whereby I do think that it does. So there's good and bad to it. But out of that comes, I think, whereby, it'd be interesting. If you could send those questions out to us, Yana, I'm going to ask my family. I'm going to do the quiz on my family.
Yeah.
Let's put them in the show notes on YouTube. Yeah.
We'll put them on the show notes.
Put them on the show notes. Yeah.
Everybody, if you're a people pleaser, there is good and there is bad. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just your own personal journey. Allow it to be what it is.
Absolutely.
If you stuck around this long and you're interested in joining the collective, if you'd like a reading, a healing, a guided meditation session, come and check out our website, yoursoulwisdomshow.com. You really get to see how you can work with all of us individually. You can join the collective, and we all get to be in a community space. You could find something that works for you. There's something for everybody. Until next time, thank you for allowing us to create this beautiful space, and we hope you have a blessed day. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.